Dang. I was hoping to get this thing fixed before it went live. Oh my gosh, I don't think it ever is possible. Good morning. This is Karen, Grandmother Dances in the Night Skies. What a wonderful day. So today we're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to pull two stones. We're going to pull a stone from the earth count. We're also going to pull a stone from the great teachers, and then possibly a card in the mix of all of this. Nose energy towards me, please. Love it. So, Winnie, this is for you, my love. Winnie is sitting in Oh, earth count number one. And now I have to tell you, when I put my hand in, literally this stone was at the bottom of the basket and it just kind of popped into my hand. So it's pretty strong today. It's meaning you have a new beginning today. Something brand new is being surfaced or being thought. So when something happens, it doesn't matter what it is. The very first thing is we have to have the thought. And so that thought is being germinated today. So whatever is coming and wanting to be birthed in your life, in your experiences, today's the day, and that is that first thought. So you may find yourself daydreaming about something that you haven't daydreamed before, and it just means that you're just starting to awaken that little stirring that's going, hey, I need some attention. And you're also sitting in patience. Have patience for this. So this is the great teacher. It's the number 20, and is have patience. Have patience for this thought to germinate. But oh my gosh, the magic that can happen when you do that. And it's an exciting time. So I can't wait to see or hear what your daydreams are today, because those daydreams are literally beginning to manifest and to grow. And it is what is meant for you will find you. And that's where that daydreaming comes in. So allow that free thought today, because you got all kinds of information coming your way. It's a very powerful day for you for that. Manifest the heck out of it, because you got a good one coming. Now, Debbie, good morning, Debbie. How are you doing today? I haven't spoken to you for a while. I hope everything is good. And I know you come on every morning, but you and I haven't had our chats. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 of the earth count. You're sitting in your mind, baby girl. You're actually, I see you up in your mind, even though what this is the spirit of all animals, but it's not calling in that way. It's calling in, I'm sitting firmly in the north today. I'm sitting in the mind spin, and it's almost like I can't get a collective thought together, because everything's coming at me at the same time. It's like a big soup bowl being spun around. I should do, shouldn't do, maybe I should, blah, blah, blah. And then looking for reasons that all this is happening. When we sit in that energetic of that mix up, just know that, all I got to do is ground myself and trust that everything that's happening is absolutely happening. I'm tired and frustrated, yes, and a few things, and yes, spinning with a lot of things. Hun, all you got to do, and I know it's easier said than done, is just take some deep breaths and allow yourself to drop in. Know that this is all planned out, and it may not make sense to you till 10 years from now, but it will eventually make sense to you. And so if you just go with the flow, because you can't stop it, you can't stop everything, and you don't need to make sense out of everything. Just sit in it, okay? And you're also sitting in the element of sex, or the great teacher of sex. So the great teacher of sex is telling you, maybe just get to know yourself a little better. Just spend some time with you today, and spend some time. It doesn't mean having sex. It just means being connected to yourself. Do something that makes you feel really good today. And that may be just getting some lotion and putting lotion on your body, oiling yourself, doing essential oils, whatever you need to do. Pamper yourself today. It's really needs you to take care of you and put yourself first, and in love today. And it's also to clear the limiting beliefs. I know it looks like things are going hard and I'm being punished maybe because that's what we are taught when we're younger. I can remember, oh my gosh, my grandmother was very, very staunch Catholic. And she would say every time something went bad, it was the devil is punishing you or God was punishing you. And it's like, oh my gosh, Deb, nothing like that's happening. Just allow spirit to take over and just I surrender and then do something really, really beautiful for yourself today. Even go out and buy yourself some flowers today, but do something nice for you. Okay. I love you. Rhoda, good morning. I hope you are doing well today. I am. I have to, my puppy housebreaking is starting to come along. He's working on pee pads right now and working his way till getting outside, but he hasn't had a poop in the house for 4 days. He's asked to go outside every time. So I'm going, yeah, it's a start. Although he is very, very active. We're sitting on 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19, Rhoda, is pure science. But this can be a tricky one. This is sitting in the Kundalini energy into the DNA. Your DNA is playing a role. Everyone's DNA is always playing a role in how our energies work together. That's the science of communication. And sit in that science. Feel your energy, feel other people's energy around you. And a really good way to start that is to feel energy as you come in and tell yourself, where do I feel it? And right about, well, I feel it all over, but right about there, it's so strong that I couldn't put my hands together because it's literally bouncing right there. And so that, and feel it as you pull it out like an elastic band. Play with energy today. How far can you pull it out and how tight can you pull it back in? And it's really cool when you do that. And I'm asking you to do that in that energy today. I think you might be surprised at what you discover. You're also sitting in raw power today. So raw power, anything is accomplished today. That is that raw energy. You may feel really energized and I want to get out there and I want to do things and that's sitting in that energy of pure science as well. So the raw power and the pure science, oh man, it's a powerful day. And it says, let this be your sign. Let this be your sign. And I look for the medicine signs all around you. Look for everything around you. The earth and the world is always talking to you. So listen to what isn't being said. And those are the messages you need to hear. I love it. That's a good day today. Barbara, hello, beautiful souls. Hello, my love. Let's see what we got for you today. Ooh, you're sitting in number 4. Number 4, but number 4 is balance. But I'm asking, there's a whole bunch of things that this could be. And so you're asked, so in number 4, it's really clear, right, that you're in the north of the medicine wheel. In the north of the medicine wheel lives our recapitulation animal. That is the animal of the mind, and is the animal that actually makes sense out of things and helps bring all that information in. And right now, the information that's coming in isn't quite sitting in balance. So I'm getting the information, but the information isn't making sense. And then I feel a little off balance inside myself. So it's asking you to just tap into you and then walk forward in what feels good for you today. Follow your gut. If your gut tells you it isn't feeling right, it isn't feeling right. Try something different or put something aside and try it again tomorrow. But just right now, follow only what feels really good inside. So you're sitting on the balance, because there may be a few challenges coming at you today where you're not going to feel right. You're going to feel that tippiness. So it's a good, and let's see what great teacher you're sitting in. You're sitting in the teacher of victory. That's awesome. And that's a really cool combination to have, because as you're walking and you're feeling this sense of self and you're making choices, what your body's telling you, you're going to get stronger and more confident in energy. And by the end of the day, you could be really, really hyped about, I can do anything, like, yeah, look at me. That's that kind of day you're sitting in today. I love it. You're also sitting in the emotions. The emotions are energy in motion. And they really are energy in motion. They're moving all the time. They're all around us, in us, through us, and around us. And when you tap into that knowledge that I'm going to walk in with the energy that I've got, and you following in this raw power, whoa, you can't miss it. This is an awesome day for you. Have a good day today. I wish I was having a day like that. Winnie, thank you. You're most welcome. Debbie did that over at Kate. Debbie, thank you, Grandmother. You're most welcome. Motivational vibes. How are you? Hi, like a message. Let's go on and yes, let's get you a message. The message today is 5, 10, and 2 is 12. 12 are the planets. Planets are all lining up and everyone, and it's actually, I see it like a shooting star almost. There's like everything's in motion today, and it's going to feel like, where did the day go? You know, one of those days that, oh my gosh, it started the morning and now it's already nighttime. What did I do today? I would maybe ask you to slow down a little bit today. Just slow down and try to pay attention to the moments of the day, because if you don't, things can slip by and you won't even acknowledge, like, driving to work and all of a sudden, how did I get to work? Well, pay attention to every little thing. It'll slow that momentum down, and it might help you just get a little bit more connected. You're also sitting in the center. You're sitting in feelings. Your feelings could be really, really heightened today. And that's getting that energy up there. And as my feelings are, because everything's going so quickly today, my feelings may be coming along with that ride. So I may go through quite a few different things. Yeah, I'm going to relax. See, I love it, because if you can slow down and then acknowledge, this is the feeling I'm feeling today in this moment, and then this is the feeling I'm feeling in this moment, and allow that to happen, you'll have maybe not a more productive day, but you'll have a more enlightened day, would be the word. And let's get your card. And your card is saying, I just said this, but feel, don't think. So feel those feelings today as they're coming along. So I'm going to feel this. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to feel the next thing and experience it. And that's all part of the process of that speeding up and slowing down motion. So you get to play with that today. This is a pretty good day for that. Now we're going to go in. Rhoda, that's awesome. I love that. Thank you. You're most welcome. Good morning, subconscious coach Stephanie. Let's see where you're sitting today, Steph. Stephanie does human design. So Steph put a link in so people can contact you. So she does human design, and I've taken a couple classes from her, and oh my gosh, and she's the one that helps me with all this stuff and getting on YouTube and doing all that stuff. So when you see these wonderful videos, it's thanks to Steph. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So hi, I'm Mary Jane, and thank you, grandmother. I love you. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the spirit of all plants. But you're not sitting in 13, the spirit of plants. After you're sitting in transformation. So this is more on the Mayan side is tipping in right now. It's saying, no, there's a big transformation happening. You're reassessing what you thought you knew. So it's like I've thought I was in this pattern of wherever I am, and something new has been introduced, and now, oh gee, I'm going to play with that idea because I find it enticing, and that juicy is kind of calling you in another direction. So you may find yourself wanting to switch directions so that you can get fulfilled in another avenue. Don't know where that is, but it is a transformational turn, and it should be awakened today for you. You're also sitting in a little bit of pain today. I don't know if that's pain of physical pain, or if it's emotional pain, or the pain of maybe switching thoughts or switching patterns, switching change up, because sometimes transformation can cause that uncomfortable enough. And that might be the pain I'm talking about, but there might be some pain associated with it. And if we analyze what pain is, oh my gosh, there's so many levels to it. But one of those levels should be creeping in a little bit today. And you're also sitting in, your body is like a book. Pay attention to your body today. So I would say then that pain is in the physical. So when you're when the body's like a book, I think your pages are a little bit wrinkled right now. We need to smooth them out so they don't hurt so bad when they're turning over. So there's some physical pain that needs to be moved out of your body. I'd get your fan and move that fan around you and just move that, because it seems to be a little bit stagnant at the moment. I hope that helps. And thanks for all your help, Stephanie. Now we're into Kat. Good morning, grandmother. May I have a stone reading today? Thank you. And guess what, guys? I'm at 220 subscribers. I noticed that yesterday and I went, oh, that's just awesome. So, Kat, this is for you. And you got 2 stones here. You're sitting in 5, 10, 15. 15 is the collective consciousness of all humans. You may be a little bit overwhelmed today. There may be so much energy coming in your way, but I want you to decipher, is this my thoughts or is this the collective energy thoughts? And is this my emotion I'm carrying, or am I carrying someone else's emotions? Because today things could get stuck on you, and just understand and pay attention to, is it mine or is it someone else's? And if it's yours, feel it. So name it, claim it, release it. But if it's someone else's, then just let it go. You don't need to hold on to it. Not mine to hold on to. So I do a scoop, a cut, and a pull down to Mother Earth. She'll take it for you. You're also sitting in victory today. And that victory is a wonderful thing to sit in and celebrate. You don't pay enough attention to celebration. So celebrate you and all the little things. And I want you to really pay attention to every little thing you do today and celebrate it. Like, it could be anything. I got up on time. Celebration. I went for a walk. Celebration. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Do the little things, and those little things make up that big thing. So celebrate you today and all the little things that you do. And you're also sitting in that crown activation. Your crown is wide open. And I mean like wide open. And that's that collective consciousness. So you're going to get all the humans' information at you. That's exactly how that reads. And so, yeah, just pay attention. You don't have to carry other stuff. Just watch your own, name it, claim it, release it, and then continue on. It's a good day. I hope you enjoy that. Mary Jane, how are you? Hi there. Hi, Mary Jane. Let's pull a stone for you. Mary Jane is sitting in 5, and 2 is 7. And 7 is the playfulness of the child and is telling you to get out and have more joy. Kat says, thank you so much. Really appreciate the guidance, blessings, and love to all. Thank you so much. So Mary Jane, this is for you. So 7 is saying, go to the innocence of child today. I want you to do the whimsy. I want you to put on a whimsy hat today and actually look at life from a little bit childlike view. If I'm looking at something, if I'm looking at the feather, well, maybe instead of just saying, yeah, it's a feather, I can stick the feather in my hair. I can tuck it in my shirt, or I can do something fun with the feather. And that's what it's asking you to do. Look at everything from the kid's point of view. And then how many times have you looked at the kid and they got odd socks on? Just for the hell of it today, put odd socks on. Do something odd. Do something childlike, something whimsy, and watch your day expand with happiness. And it's happy, happy, happy. Bring it in. And it's interesting. So you're also sitting in care. So that is that beautiful care, that self-care. And that's where that whimsy comes in. Do the child today and watch your body respond to joy and whimsy, because it's literally the only word that's just literally shouting at me is whimsy. She needs to be whimsy. So that's what you're sitting in today, and release those old patterns. Sometimes we can look at life so seriously, and we look at all the not so great things that are happening to us. We look at all the stress and all that. So I just love you to get out there and do the whimsy today. And when stress happens, laugh at it. Just laugh at it. It's okay. I got this, and just laugh at it. I have done that in the past too, where some really terrible things have been happening. And I think, oh my Lord. But then when I laugh and I allow myself that freedom to laugh, then my whole body vibrates different. I've turned that internal vibration onto a different path, and now I'm sitting in the happy. So you get to choose. You get to turn that dial up, or you can turn it down. But I hope that you turn it up today. Have a good day today. Oh, let's see who else we got. We're sitting on. We are spontaneous go. How about faith and love? Hi, good morning. Can I have a reading stone, please? Absolutely. Thank you. And you're welcome, Steph, for the reading. So faith and love. Ooh, I love this one. So you're sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. 17 are the Kachinas. And the Kachinas are just telling you today, look at all the energy coming your way. The Kachinas represent everything of substance. They gave substance to us coming here as a human. So they helped us build this body. They helped us, everything that we touch, they've made. I would say this is a tactile day. Get out and touch everything. Touch the textile, but don't just look at it. Really feel the heart of it. This one came from Mexico. And I can imagine the person who had made this and how beautiful it was. Feel all the different feels and the energy within it. Every person touches every item on here, not and even your computer. Think of all the people who started building that computer, all the people that had touched on the process of coming to you, all that energy that came into that. This is the energy of substance, and there's lots of it around us if we just slow down and pay attention to it. So really pay attention to everything around you and try to look at the history of things. Might be kind of surprised at what pops up for you. You're also sitting in, I got to redo these stones. You're also sitting in spirit today. Spirit, and is telling you, yeah, spirits around you, and that's the Kachinas. The Kachinas are spirits. They're spirits who've never come here in human form. Their job is literally to work with the great teachers in the Shinamia, but they're also to help create what we need to create as humans. And that spirit is really talking to you today. So as you're feeling all the energies, listen to the spirit sounds and trust what you're getting, those information that you're getting from it. And you're also looking in gratitude for the past. All the pieces of the past, the good and the bad, brought you where you are. So have gratitude for everything from the past. Every person, every experience, really pay attention to that and really celebrate all those experiences because they got you to just be exactly where you are, where you're meant to be today. So it's a beautiful day. I hope you have a good day with that. Oh, that's faith and love. Now we're going to go to Kim. Good morning, Kim. I spotted you for a little bit and then I had to get off and take care of the dog. And so I haven't watched your replay yet. Kim does Rising Hawk Tarot. So if you're looking for a tarot card reading, check her out, Rising Hawk Tarot. And she even has a YouTube page now, YouTube and Facebook and all over the place. So go look for her. 5, 10, 15, 20, the collective consciousness. No, I lied. The 20 is death and conclusion and a rebirthing. So that means that Kim's sitting in an ending of something and a beginning of a new. And she really, and because I know what's going on in her life, it would say, oh yeah, you're making this up. But it's just literally saying the old Kim is there and the new life is in the process and everything's lining up for that rebirthing of who you are and everything that you will step into, that new magic that you step into. And it's calling quite loudly today. You're also sitting in the great teacher of seeking. I'm seeking the answers. I'm seeking everything. But instead of seeking, Kim, I would invite you to just relax and not seek, to allow yourself to just sit in the flow instead of trying to worry about getting somewhere. You're going to get there anyway. Just slow down and just go with the flow of it. And then you're not pushing it today. When we push it and we're seeking so hard, sometimes we can actually turn the tap off. So it's asking you to actually slow down the seeking and allow it just to happen. And then it will happen more freely for you. Your mind is your body and your soul. So watch the thoughts you have. Watch how your head is spinning. Watch where you're going because that's what you're creating. So what do you wish to create? How do you want to walk forward in that? Remember, your thoughts control everything, your body, your mind, and your soul. So enjoy that. And just be aware today. Kat, thank you. I really appreciate the message and guidance. Blessings, love to you all. Thank you so much, Kat. And now I'm on Raymond. Raymond, will my Aquarius reach out this week to what? to argue or reconcile. So I'll tell you, um, these are more energetic. So I can't give you a yes or a no. I can tell you the energy that you're sitting in, but this a yes or a no normally comes from tarot. But let's see where the energy is that you're sitting in. Although sometimes I get the message, boom, here you go, but I'm not getting it at the moment. You're sitting in 5 and 1 is 6. 6 is the ancestors, but it's actually spirit today. This is an interesting thing that I've never actually asked anybody on this angle, but it's telling you, Raymond, to ask your body. Your body knows this answer. And so I want you to just close your eyes for a second, Raymond. Take a deep breath in. Send all your energy right down. Okay, and now that you're there, what I want you to do is to say, I will have an argument today. How did your body feel? And then I want you to shake it off and do it again. I won't have an argument today. And how do the two feel differently? And if you didn't feel anything differently, keep trying that until you do. That is your answer to that question. And that's interesting because I do that for other things, but never for that. So, so it's interesting on that. You're also sitting though in high in love today. So it's almost like love trumps all. And everything that's coming your way is coming at you through pure love, and it's coming at you from the angle of for your best interest, for love, and for love of you. So I'm going to switch into, if that's the case, probably not, but if you do get into that argument, maybe that argument is meant to stir something that you needed to hear, because sometimes we will hear things that we don't like, but things that we need to hear. So just understand that. Know that everything that's coming at you, no matter what it is today, is done with pure love. And you're also sitting in become your own priority. Instead of worrying about anyone else and putting other people on that pedestal, put yourself on the pedestal. And those that are meant to be in your life will be in your life. And because someone was in your life right now, doesn't mean they have to be in your life in a year from now or a week from now. That just means that we come into each other's paths, we share a path for a little while, and then we branch off to our own, scurry onto our own little branches. But we had that connection with each other for that little bit, that moment in time. So just know there's a whole lot of people out there that we get to experience life with. So enjoy that. I hope that helps you, and I hope that answers your question. Mary Jane, haha, okay. Love whimsy, me too. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one is Tia Baya. Tia Baya, hello, and it's to you today too. So like, subscribe, and share, and ask all your friends to join. Good morning. Curious about how the Leo is feeling after seeing me this past weekend. We aren't speaking at the moment, but you know what? I go through things like that too, right? I don't speak to people, then all of a sudden something happens and we're back friends again, or we're whatever. So you're sitting in the number 2 of that energy. It's the wave. So look at those things. So you literally are in the canyon right now. So if you were to think of it like this, you're in the dip, the low end of it. You'll ride that high again, but it could be sitting in that cradle of the low for a while. And in that cradle of the low can come depression, sadness, maybe even a little bit of anger. And as you come up, then you're going to start raising up higher to that higher vibration. Allow it to feel, because it's a normal feeling. And you're sitting, swear to God, you're sitting in rage today. So that is definitely that lower dip. So that is that lower dip of that energy. So you come down into the lower dip so you could experience rage, anger, all that kind of stuff. Feel it, name it, claim it, release it. And then you're going to come back up that wave. So you're not going to sit in it for long, but as your experience for today. And you're also sitting depression, the previous present precious, blah, 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 the precious present moment. Oh boy, that's a tongue twister. So the precious present moment, enjoy the moment, even though you are sitting in rage, you're sitting in the anger, then ask yourself. So I always go deeper once I feel that, what made me angry? And usually I have, when anger happens, it's usually fear. So if you feel rage today, when blah happened, I felt however you feel now, whether it be rage, but break it down to a smaller thing. So I felt afraid, abandoned, whatever it happens to be. And then that way you can understand it. What is the worst thing that'll happen? What's the best thing that'll happen? And try to analyze why we're feeling that way. But you are sitting in that dip today. Oh boy. Now we're sitting in, we're coming down, down, down. Kim, thank you. You're most welcome. Mary. Hello, Mary. Let's get Mary today. Mary, good morning, grandmother. Good morning, my love. So Mary is sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, moon movement and energy. And I believe today or tomorrow is the new moon. And so you're really sitting in that energy of that. Do some research today on that full moon because it's right out there. Get a chance to get outside today and watch the moon. Now, the beautiful thing about it is the moon rises in the east and it sets in the west. The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. Those two things are always common. And we don't always think about the moon rising in the east, but today, watch for that moon rising in the east and then watch it as it starts to appear and periodically throughout the night and then before it sets, and you'll have to watch in your time zone where these times are where it is present for you, but really pay attention to that shift and realize that not only does it happen with the sun, it also happens with the moon, and really get connected to that today. Speak to the moon today. It's got some messages for you. And you're sitting in the center of confrontation. Confrontation, I know it's kind of hard to read, but confrontation is telling you there might be a little bit of conflict in the answers that you're getting, and feeling you have to speak your truth, like oh my gosh, this is happening and I know I've got to confront something, I've got to bring something up, I don't want to speak it but I need to. So the best way to do that is sit in neutrality. Allow yourself to go through the feelings of whatever it is that you're feeling, and then say, okay, am I neutral? When you hit neutral, then confront. Don't do it when you're sitting in the heightened of energy or in the heightened of emotion. Do it when you are calm and when you can speak your truth without screaming or doing anything drastic. Okay. And then you're also sitting and trust yourself. You know the answers, and look how beautiful that is. That bird isn't questioning. It's not asking for anyone else's opinion. It's just going. I don't need validation from anyone. I'm just going to fly, and I'm going to trust who I am. So trust who you are today. Okay. I hope that helps you, Mary. Good morning, just Kira. Okay. Got that one. Miss Jamie, good morning, Miss Jamie. Please be blessed. Words of wisdom, encouragement you have for all of us today. May the day be filled with favor and fun for all of us. I 100% agree with you. I love the fun stuff. I love doing the whimsy. I was in the middle of a grocery store one day and I was looking around, and half the people were stuck to their phones and half the people had grumpy faces on it. And I know the prices are crazy. And I just went, and I did a spin in the middle of the store, and everyone kind of looked at me like I was just a little wacky. And but I did have a few people laugh, and I thought, that's good. That's fun stuff. It took the tension of where we were away. But so you're sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 today, and that is that beautiful Kachina energy. And that Kachina, boy, I tell you, they're calling today. They've got that tactile stuff. Get out there and feel the energy around you. The Kachinas help us create our world that we live in. They're giving us substance so that our soul selves can experience life on earth. So really experience every moment today, because the Kachinas help give you all these tangible things to look at. It's a pretty cool day. And you're also sitting in testing. So I can see you literally going, well, if this is true, then this is going to happen. And I'm looking for a sign, but it has to be a specific sign. And then I'm going to test to the limit to see if really it's true. And go ahead, test away. It's saying test away. The spirit self, the Kachinas are saying they're up to the task. So set them up with a big test today. If this is really true and if you guys really exist, then I want to be able to feel, sense, or whatever it is that you want to happen today will happen today. And then play it out and see if it actually happens. I love it because they're saying test away. You're sitting in the master as well. So in the master, so that's oh my gosh, that is all of the spirits together. So everyone together is sitting in that beautiful bliss of knowing and know that you are in charge of you. Don't let yourself get lost in someone else's dream. Follow your own dream. Whoo-wee. That's a good one. Now let's go down. Miss Jamie, I did you. Paul, hello, grandmother. We're back, had an amazing time. I came back to snow. Yeah, last week we're in the Bahamas. Woohoo. Wow. I tell you, I don't know what you do for a living, but you certainly are a traveler. I personally am not a traveler, but I love watching other people travel. So happy coming back to snow. 5, 10, 15, 16, 16. Oh my gosh, 16 is a great teacher, and your great teacher is strong today. So let's find out what your great teacher is today. You're sitting in rage today. So your great teacher is rage. So watch that energy. It could be bubbling up inside you today. And something may just trigger you, like, I don't know what it is, but something could trigger you. And pay attention to what triggers you, because it could be like, I'm not as happy as I thought it would be. And I'm not as, things are just kind of really just annoying me today. So just pay attention to it. But it's going to be quite strong because you're also sitting in the earth count of the great teacher as well as that great teacher. So it could be a little bit strong today. You may find yourself losing your temper today or being really discombobulated with life. So know that this too will pass, and it's sitting in the maturity today. Maturity. It's okay to feel all that stuff. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel that rage. Just understand where it's coming from and then expel it out objectively, and so it's not harmful to you or anyone else, but you got to pull that rage out. I like to scream as hard as I can and scream it out and get it out, and that really helps me. I will stomp my feet. Sometimes I will just stand in one spot and just stomp my feet. I need to do something to hit that impact of letting the power, the rage go. So you may want to try something like that if you feel a little bit overpowered today with that. Where am I at now? Thank you. Cat Ann, good morning. Could I have a stone, please? Yeah, you bet. And I just go drool all down my face, all over the place here. So I'm just drooling to beat 60. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ooh, that's your book of life. There's a big thing happening today, Cat. It's going to be one of those days that you just keep reminding yourself, I wrote this in, and you're also sitting in loneliness. And loneliness doesn't mean being alone. It means that you could be in a with a million people and still feel lonely, that you just don't feel like you fit in, and everything that I'm doing just feels like, well, that I'm just, why am I in this world where I feel that I don't belong? Remember, that's in that hatiness of this, and you wrote this into your book of life. So why am I here feeling like this? It's because you wrote this into your book of life. So acknowledge it. Talk to the Shinamia. I understand that I wrote this in my book of life, but I'm asking if we can rewrite the page so it's not quite so overpowering. Can I still learn the lesson without the devastation that's associated with it? You get to do that, actually, and it's quite cool when that happens. So you're also sitting in the hummingbird energy. It's interesting. I just did a whole teaching on hummingbird with my beginner class. So it's that energy of flow that can go, the energies can, so the hummingbird can go all directions, right? Go forward, backwards, sideways, upside down. It does all, it's always moving. And it's almost like you're moving so much and you're sitting in the energy of so much movement that your body is just going, I'm done. I just need to rest. Can you just find a little place where I can perch and I can just watch the world go by for a little while. I just don't have the energy to go in a million directions today. And that's okay, do that. But when you slow down, then what's going to happen is the loneliness is going to kick in. So to stay busy today to keep the loneliness away, where actually the hummingbird energy is saying, you know what, slow down anyway. You don't have to keep those wings flapping a mile a minute. Just sit down, sit on the perch, feel the loneliness, have that meeting with Sheena Mias, and then allow yourself to move on. It's an interesting day of navigation. So I have a good day today, Kat. Who else are we sitting in, Mary? Did you, Leo? Blessings to all. Leo, I would love a message. You bet. Let's do Leo. Leo, you were sitting in 5, 10, 15, 20. Your book is closing. Whatever chapter you've been working on, project you've been working on, it could even be a relationship. Something is literally, the book got slammed and it was open. Everything was good. I thought everything was wonderful, but this page got done and it's almost like it's locked out. Now, when that happens, often we want to make sense out of it. We want to drag it along with us because we're not willing to let it go. And it's saying whatever ends today, whether it's a project, a thought, doesn't matter. Let it go. Don't keep dragging it along. Don't make it work. Just let it go. Okay. So when it happens, you will recognize it right away. You're also sitting in, oh my gosh, I really have to do these stones again. You are sitting in need. So you're sitting in need today. It's really hard to read, but you're sitting in need today where you're needing justification. You're needing clarification, but you're needing someone else to tell you that you're on the right track. And you're needing attention, you're needing care. So what my best advice would be to speak your needs out. Whatever it is you need, people can't help you or can't meet those needs if you don't tell them what you need and you're clear about what you need. So speak your truth, speak what you need, and then and not everyone will be able to give you what you need, but at least speak it so that you're sending it out there, okay? And you're also sitting in Pachimama, that beautiful energy of care, of love. Okay, so sit in that, of those thoughts, and that's part of the needing. I need that sense of being. I need that beautiful energy together of that beautiful energy. I hope that helps you. And Paul, hello. I'm just going down my list here. Now we are Jimmy the Kid, feeling blah. So I need some motivation. Let's see what the motivation is. Let's hope you're not sitting in rage today, because you're going to go, oh, I came to the wrong place. You're sitting in 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 is the spirit of all plants. That's your emotions. That's your heart. Sits at the south of the medicine wheel. That's also transformation. Transformation can hurt. Transformation can feel real uncomfortable because you are literally changing thought process. You're changing your being. And truth is, we're always in a state of transformation, but today it's going to be heightened on you, and might feel a little bit overwhelming. You're sitting in the great teacher of death today. Doesn't mean death isn't dying, but it's definitely a death and a rebirth, which is the transformation. So you're sitting in that transformational energy of death and rebirth and changing. So it's very uncomfortable when we go into that, but once you get to the other side, it's going to feel really cool. And then you're going to go, whoa, that was a ride, but you got to get there first. And you're sitting in the luminous warrior, because you need to find that strength to be able to get through this transformation. If you look at his body, that body is literally falling apart because he's transforming. He's transforming into something totally different. That's what you are doing right now. You're literally in the process of transforming. I hope that helps you. Ooh, that can be a tricky one to walk through, though. And now we're at, hold on, I got to get up here. Kevin, good morning. I'm in time for a stone. You are, Kevin, you are. So Kevin is saying a little tiny stone, and you're sitting in number 5. Number 5 of the earth count, and that is human. Oh my gosh, what is it like to be a human today? Uh, it may not be fun to human today. You know how you're going to have a lot of adulting to do. You may have some very, very hard choices to make, and the choices that maybe you would wish that you didn't have to have the responsibility of making today. So those choices that you make today will affect not only yourself but others down the road. And so just drop into yourself before you make the choice. Think really hard about them. What are the consequences of what is in my best interest, and am I doing what is right in my heart? And then make that choice. Okay, it's a big decision and it involves others. That's all I can tell you. And you're sitting in the water of the south. So you aren't sitting in a great teacher, but you're sitting in the water of the south. And it says water there. The tears may flow on this one. This one could be a gotcha. Could be like, oh my gosh, that hurt. But you do have a huge choice to make as you step into that. And just know that it's just part of being a human. And you're also sitting in the magic. Even though it can be a hard one, there's also magic around, because this is the time. This is why we came here. And you're experiencing that right now. This is why you came here. This is why you chose to be a human, and you get to make these choices. So it could be a hard day. There could be lots of tears, but allow those tears to flow. And I hate telling people that. And now we're sitting in House of the TOA. I don't know what that is. TOA. Hello, I'm a self-proclaimed shaman. Okay. Self-training. May I have a message today? Absolutely. You know, it's funny. Training. I've been in training for quite a few years, and still don't call myself a shaman. For me personally, I don't like the label of it, but to each his own, right? But it's interesting that spirit talks to us all, and I believe everyone has that ability. And thank you for stepping into that beautiful energy. If my very first class of shamanism, when I went to my first class, they said, "What is shamanism?" And shamanism is nature. Shamanism is a connection to spirit. And if you're sitting in that, whoa, blessed. It's just absolutely wonderful. You're sitting in one, the sun, the brand new day of. Now, this teaching comes from the Mayan teaching. I follow the Hopi and the Mayan traditions, and I really, really sit strongly in the Mayan teachings. But this is one, this is also perception. How we perceive is what we get back. So if you are looking at something, perceiving, projecting something, and you're looking at it through a certain lens, you will get that energy back. So if I'm looking at something through love, I'm going to get love back. If I'm looking at something through a same thing, let's say I've got a person walks into the room, and there's somebody that I've been having, I don't know, problems with. So that person walks in, I'm kind of pissy with them, and I look at them and I go, rah, 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 and everything they do, everything they say, I'm looking at it from a negative attitude. So I will get that negative attitude back. However, if that very same person walks in and they're walking in, they say the exact same thing, there's no difference in their scenario, but I'm looking at it because I really like that person, I really care about that person. All those words that person just said, you'll go, oh, that's so wonderful. That's great, because you're having that perception. And so today, perception is a big thing. So when you're going out and about today, really pay attention to your perception of what you're seeing, and then ask yourself to flip it, especially if you walk into that shaman energy. So you're looking at it from one way, turn it around and look at it from the other way, and actually be able to see the duality of that. It's a pretty cool thing. I do it all the time, and I hope that you really enjoy it, and welcome. The world needs more people that are spiritual like that. And it's number one, the sun, the new beginnings. All things are possible today. I hope that helped you. Oh, just wait, you're not done. I need to get a great teacher stone. You're sitting in the great teacher. Ooh, a little bit of fear today. So fear, So what'll happen sometimes is we get into this things. I don't care how many times I still face fear constantly. Fear, and you know what? I'm not a fear of failure. I'm afraid of success. And it's really taken me a long time to understand that. What would it look like if I walked 100% in all my abilities? What would that look like? And can I even fathom holding that much personal power? And I'm afraid of power, personal power, because I don't want to be one of those people. I absolutely hate the word influencer. It's no one is going to influence me on anything, and I don't like the idea that people want around and like to claim that they're an influencer. Woo. Um, but for me, it's like be yourself, be who you are, and when you are who you are, you give other people permission to be who they are. And that to me is the gift, not trying to influence people to be who you want them to be. And so just sit in that beautiful energy of that, of just allowing people to be. But boy, you got a lot of raw power coming your way. And you're also sitting in the coyote. Ooh. So the coyote for me is my tracker animal. So the coyote for me helps me find lost things and find out who your coyote is and journey to coyote. And if you do journey work, then you would understand what I'm talking about. If not, I do have a journey track on there on my videos. And it says, I believe drumming and power animals or something to that effect. I think it's the very first video that I actually ever got put up. And go in there, and there's a 20-minute, it'll take you through an area where you're being guided to just meditate, and then you go into the journey space. I drum for you, and is follow the drum music to meet your power animal. But in your case, ask to speak to cougar or to coyote. Coyote has a message for you today. Wow, that is pretty cool. Oh, Debbie, I'm almost done. I'm thinking I'm done, and two more popped up. Debbie, may I have a reading, please? You bet. So Debbie is sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 of the medicine wheel is pure science. And we just finished this one not too long ago in the teachings. And so you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. But it's also sitting in the freedom today. It's got 19 of the Mayan count is calling freedom. I see chains locked up, and the chains, you got the key now. Unlock them all and sit in the freedom today. So freedom to expand, freedom to explore, freedom to be me, and get rid of all those chains that have been tying you up. Unlock every one of them today and step into freedom today. And wow, it's going to be a pretty cool day if you do that. And it's also sitting in the drum. You are the drum. If you have a drum, go ahead and drum. If you do not, use yourself. You need to move that energy by the vibrations all around you. Allow that to happen today. And you are sitting in the great teacher of loneliness today. It may feel like you're an outsider looking in at the world, and it's okay to sit in that once in a while. Just feel it when it happens. And if you're not the same as everyone else, congratulate yourself, because that's actually a good thing. And but don't sit in the loneliness of it. Sit in the beauty of it. I do have a drum. Great. Turn the drum around. So you know the flat part of the drum that you would drum onto. Turn it around so you have the hollow part facing you, and drum this way so you get the vibrational energy right at your heart space. So you want to hit the drum like this so you get that scoop of energy and the vibration that's literally going to bounce inside here. It's drum medicine, and it's absolutely beautiful. I teach that as well, and it is absolutely wild on your drum, on your body, if you've never experienced that before. So flip it around. You want the hollow part facing your body, and then hit the drum on the outside. Okay. Ooh, I love it. And I can't wait to hear about how that went for you. And who else are we? I think House of Tales. Thank you. Appreciate so much, Debbie. I will. Thank you. Okay, guys, I guess that's it. So I hope you have an awesome day. I have a puppy trainer coming today. She's going to come and spend time. She has a puppy as well. And she's a dog trainer, and she's force-free dog trainer, which is right up my alley because I don't believe in the aggressive stuff. So it's all force-free out of love. and her puppy and my puppy are going to expend some energy today, and then we're going to be just doing great. Paul, thanks for asking. So he actually got the okay yesterday to go back to work from the doctor, as well from the motor vehicles branch. So the motor vehicles branch have reinstated his driver's license, and so he's really happy about that. And the doctor has said, yeah, you're good to go, everything's 100%, you're on your way. He's a school bus driver, and the school bus, the company that he works for, has a mandatory 6-month leave of absence, but he's getting disability, so he will collect that disability for 6 more weeks, and then he's back to work. So, but he's got the good go ahead from everybody. So we're happy about that. And oh, thank gosh, that was a big chapter in our lives, and it looks like it's over. So, so it was a big lesson. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great day. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, because I really want to get those numbers up. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 if I can. And I know it's a big goal, but I think I can do it. Actually, when I first started, I was happy to get 50 people. So I hope you have an awesome day, whatever you're doing, and enjoy. And Paul, enjoy the snow. Okay, bye-bye.